March 15, 2024, 9:47 a.m. Phoenix, Arizona. Helen Martinez, 79 years old, lies on her kitchen floor, broken hip, phone out of reach, in agony, unable to call for help. The Fitbit on her wrist detects the fall. Heart rate spikes, 110, 120, 130. Panic, pain, fear. The Fitbit automatically sends an emergency alert to her daughter, Amanda. Fitness influencer Amanda. Amanda, with 126,000 Instagram followers who posts daily about health is a lifestyle. The alert reaches Amanda's phone. 9:47 a.m. Amanda doesn't respond. Helen stays on the floor. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Heart rate still elevated. Fitbit recording every minute. 4 hours later, neighbors find Helen. Ambulance arrives. Hospital. Surgery. But this wasn't the first time. Since 2021, Helen had fallen 12 times. Fitbit sent 12 emergency alerts to Amanda's phone. Every single time, Amanda's response rate, 0 out of 12. She never responded. Not once. This is the story of Fitbit fall data, ignored emergencies, and the day a fitness influencer let her mother lie on the floor for 4 hours while posting on social media about running 13 miles. January 2021. Phoenix, Arizona. Helen Martinez was 76 years old, widowed, living alone. Her daughter Amanda Martinez was 44, married, 2 children, fitness enthusiast. Amanda had an Instagram account at FitMomAmanda, 43,000 followers. She posted workout videos, healthy recipes, motivational quotes every single day. Amanda visited her mother. "Mom, I got you something," she said, handing over a small box. Inside, a Fitbit Charge 5, black band, sleek, modern. "What is this?" Helen asked. "It's a Fitbit. Counts your steps, measures your heart rate, tracks your sleep, and most importantly, it has fall detection. If you fall, it automatically sends me an alert. It's for your safety." Helen was touched. "Really? How thoughtful." Amanda fastened the Fitbit around Helen's wrist, synced it with her phone, added herself as the emergency contact. "See, Mom, now I'll always have my eye on you. If anything happens, I'll know immediately." Helen was happy. Her daughter cared. Technology keeping her safe. She wore the Fitbit every day, checked her steps, monitored her heart rate, shared data with Amanda. "I walked 3,400 steps today." Amanda would respond, "Good job, Mom. Keep it up." Flexed biceps. March 2021. The first fall. Helen slipped in the bathroom. Hard fall. Couldn't get up. Right hip hurt terribly. Phone in the bedroom. Couldn't reach it. Panic. But the Fitbit was on her wrist. Detected the fall. Sent alert to Amanda. Helen Martinez fall detected. Location, home. Time, 2:23 p.m. May need emergency assistance. Helen waited on the floor. Amanda will come, she thought. She got the alert. She must be on her way. 30 minutes passed. Amanda didn't come. An hour passed. Still nothing. 2 hours later, Helen struggled and managed to pull herself up. Pain intense but no fracture. Crawled to bedroom. Got phone. Called Amanda. Amanda answered. "Mom, how are you? I fell 2 hours ago. Didn't the Fitbit send you an alert?" Silence. Then, "Oh yeah, I see there's a notification on my phone. Didn't see it. I was working out. Are you okay?" "I'm fine. But, when you get a fall alert, you're supposed to come, right? Isn't that what the Fitbit is for?" "Mom, I can't come every time you fall. Maybe it was a false alarm. If you're okay, then there's no problem." Helen was confused. "But you said." "Mom, I'm busy. I'll call you later." Amanda hung up. Helen looked at the Fitbit. Fall recorded. Heart rate data there. Alert sent. But Amanda hadn't come. Maybe she really was busy, Helen thought. Next time she'll come. But next time, she didn't come. May 2021. Second fall. Garage. Fitbit sent alert. Amanda didn't respond. Helen waited 90 minutes before reaching phone. August 2021. Third fall. Front steps. Alert sent. No response. Helen crawled inside after 2 hours. November 2021. Fourth fall. Alert sent. No response. Pattern established. Fitbit worked perfectly. Detected every fall. Sent every alert. Recorded every elevated heart rate, panic, pain, time on floor. But Amanda never responded. Helen stopped mentioning the falls to Amanda. What was the point? Amanda would say she was busy. Say she didn't see the notification. Say Helen was fine anyway. But Helen kept wearing the Fitbit. Because Amanda gave it to her. Because Amanda supposedly cared. Because the device proved Amanda was thinking of her. Even if Amanda never actually responded when it mattered. 2022 passed. 4 more falls. 4 more alerts. 0 responses. 2023 passed. 3 more falls. 3 more alerts. 0 responses. And Helen growing more fragile. Each fall worse than the last. Each time on the floor longer. Each time more afraid that next time she wouldn't be able to get up at all. Meanwhile, Amanda posted on Instagram. Every day, workout routines, healthy meals, family photos, and occasionally, love my mom, family health comes first. 126,000 people liked it, commented, such an amazing daughter, your mom is so lucky to have you. But the Fitbit notifications on Amanda's phone sat unread, unanswered, ignored, until March 15, 2024. The day everything changed, the day of fall number 12, the day Helen was on the floor for 4 hours, and the day a doctor discovered the data. March 15, 2024, Friday morning, Helen Martinez, now 79, walked from living room to kitchen. Her feet caught on the edge of the rug, lost balance, fell hard, right side, heard a crack, intense pain in hip, tried to get up. Couldn't. Right leg wouldn't respond properly. Screamed. Nobody heard. She lived alone. 9:47 a.m. Fitbit detected fall. Accelerometer registered impact. Helen's heart rate jumped 95 to 118 in second. Automatic alert sent to Amanda Martinez. Notification. Helen Martinez fall detected. Elevated heart rate 118 bpm. Location. Home. Time. 9:47 a.m. Contact immediately. Amanda's phone was 8 miles away. At the gym. Amanda on treadmill. Headphones in. Music loud. Phone in machine's cup holder. Screen lit up with alert. Amanda glanced at phone. Saw notification. Swiped to dismiss. Continued running. Helen on the floor. Minutes felt like hours. Tried crawling toward phone on kitchen table. Couldn't reach it. Pain too intense. Stopped. Breathe. Waited. 10:47 a.m. 1 hour passed. Helen's heart rate 125 bpm. Elevated from pain and panic. Fitbit recording continuously. 11:47 a.m. 2 hours. Heart rate 130 bpm. Helen dizzy. Thirsty. Hot. March in Arizona. Temperature rising. 12:47 p.m. 3 hours. Heart rate 128 bpm. Helen drifting in and out of consciousness. Voice weak calling for help. Windows closed. Neighbors at work. 1:30 p.m. Neighbor Susan came home for lunch. Noticed Helen's newspaper still on driveway. Unusual. Helen always picked up paper early. Susan rang doorbell. No answer. Rang again. Waited. Heard faint moan from inside. Susan called 911. Paramedics arrived 1:52 p.m. Broke lock. Found Helen on kitchen floor. 4 hours 5 minutes since fall. Helen conscious but weak. Broken hip. Dehydrated. Hypothermic from shock. Hospital. Emergency room. Helen on gurney. Dr. James Kim, 56, orthopedic surgeon, evaluated. Broken hip, femoral neck fracture. Needed surgery, but first needed stabilization. Dr. Kim noticed the Fitbit. Mrs. Martinez, how long were you on the floor before help arrived? I don't know. Felt like forever. Maybe 3 hours. Your Fitbit could tell us exactly. May I look? Helen nodded. Dr. Kim took Fitbit, opened synced app, saw days data, heart beat faster, 9:47 a.m. Fall detected. Heart rate jumped 95 to 118. 9:47 a.m. Emergency alert sent to Amanda Martinez, daughter. 10 a.m. to 1:52 p.m. Heart rate sustained 120 to 130 bpm. Horizontal position. Accelerometer showed no significant vertical movement. 1:52 p.m. Heart rate dropped to 110 bpm. Help arrived. 4 hours. Precise data. Time-stamped. Irrefutable. Mrs. Martinez, your Fitbit sent an emergency alert to your daughter at 9:47 a.m. Did she respond? Helen silent. Then softly, no, she didn't come. Dr. Kim checked further. Saw alert history on Helen's account. Fitbit system saved all fall alerts sent. Counted 11 previous alerts. 2021 to 2024. All sent to Amanda. Reviewed each in detail. March 2021. Fall detected. Alert sent. Elevated heart rate 90 minutes. May 2021. Fall detected. Alert sent. Elevated heart rate 120 minutes. August 2021. Fall detected. Alert sent. Elevated heart rate 145 minutes. Clear pattern. 12 falls. 12 alerts. 12 times Helen in danger. 12 times Amanda notified. Response rate 0 out of 12. Dr. Kim returned to Helen. Mrs. Martinez, your Fitbit has sent 12 emergency alerts to your daughter over the past 3 years. She never responded to any of them. Helen started crying. She said the Fitbit was for my safety, that she'd always be watching. But she never came, not once. I thought maybe the alerts weren't working, or maybe I wasn't important enough to bother. Dr. Kim furious, not at Helen, at Amanda. He had elderly patient, understood vulnerability, understood fear of falling and not being found. And this was documented negligence. Mrs. Martinez, do you give me permission to document this data for medical report? Helen nodded. Why? Because this needs to be known. You were in danger 12 times. Your daughter was notified 12 times. She never responded. This isn't just negligence. This is technologically documented negligence, and there need to be consequences. Helen signed consent form. Dr. Kim downloaded all Fitbit data. Every fall, every alert, every elevated heart rate, every hour spent on floor waiting for help that never came. And Dr. Kim saw something else in Amanda's shared health data. Helen had given full family access. Amanda's Fitbit data. Same sync system. March 15, 2024. The day Helen was on floor 4 hours. Amanda's activity that day, 7:30 to 8:45 a.m. Intense cardio. Heart rate 150 to 170 bpm. 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Run. 13.2 miles. 8:45 minute per mile pace. Noon to 1 p.m. Strength training. Heart rate 130 to 145 bpm. Amanda ran 13 miles while her mother lay on the floor. Posted about it on Instagram. Dr. Kim verified. Found Amanda's public profile. Post from 11:47 a.m. that day. 13 miles this morning. No excuses. Health is wealth. Posted while Helen had been on floor for 2 hours. Dr. Kim had everything he needed. Data, timestamps, multi-year pattern, and evidence that Amanda was active on her phone, posting to social media, while ignoring her mother's emergency alert. This wouldn't end quietly. May 2024. 2 months after Helen's fall. Arizona Geriatric Medicine Conference, Phoenix Convention Center. 400 doctors, nurses, social workers attending. Dr. James Kim scheduled to present. Presentation title, When Health Devices Fail, Documented Negligence in Elderly Fall Monitoring. Dr. Kim on stage. Giant screen behind him. First slide, photo of Fitbit. This device, Dr. Kim began, is marketed as a safety tool. Fall detection, emergency alerts, heart rate monitoring. Promises to keep elderly adults safe by notifying loved ones when emergencies occur. Second slide, graph of Fitbit data. Heart rate spikes. Alert timestamps. This is from a real patient, 79-year-old woman. Name withheld for privacy. Let's call her patient H. Her daughter gave her a Fitbit in 2021 with the promise of monitoring her health. Third slide, list of 12 falls. Dates, times, duration on floor. Between March 2021 and March 2024, patient H fell 12 times. Each time, the Fitbit worked perfectly, detected the fall, measured elevated heart rate, sent emergency alerts to designated contact, her daughter. Pause. Room silent. The daughter responded to exactly 0 of these 12 alerts. Murmur through audience. Doctors exchanging glances. Fourth slide. Detailed breakdown of March 15th fall. The 12th fall was the worst. Femoral neck fracture. Patient H was on the floor for 4 hours and 5 minutes. During that time, her heart rate remained between 120 and 130 bpm, indicating severe pain and panic. She was conscious, in pain, scared, alone. Fifth slide. Screenshot of Amanda's Instagram post, name redacted but visible to medical audience under confidentiality agreement. This is what the daughter posted on social media while patient H was on the floor. Ran 13 miles this morning. No excuses. Health is wealth. She posted this 2 hours after receiving her mother's emergency alert. Audible gasps in room. The daughter is a fitness influencer. 126,000 followers. Posts daily about health, wellness, family. Earns money from fitness brand sponsorships. Her public image is health advocate. Her private behavior is ignoring her mother's documented medical emergency. Sixth slide. Side-by-side comparison. Helen's Fitbit showing detected fall, elevated heart rate. Amanda's Fitbit, family shared data, showing active run, same time period. Devices tell us the truth. Patient H was on floor with broken hip. Her daughter was running 13 miles. Both events timestamped. Both recorded on same Fitbit platform. No ambiguity. No, I didn't see the notification. Daughter's phone records show notification was delivered, viewed, and dismissed. Seventh slide. Medical implication. As physicians, we trust families to respond to emergencies. We equip elderly patients with technology, assuming emergency contacts will actually respond. But what happens when technology works perfectly and humans fail completely? Eighth slide. Recommendations. We need new protocols, verification systems, secondary contacts. Medical alert services don't just notify family, they verify response. Maybe fitness devices need same standard. Alert sent. Confirmation required. If no response within 30 minutes, escalate to emergency services automatically. Dr. Kim paused, looked at audience. Patient H survived, but she could have died. Dehydration, hypothermia, complications from lying immobile for hours. Her daughter's negligence is documented in time-stamped data spanning 3 years. This isn't opinion. This is fact. Recorded. Irrefutable. Final slide. Patient H's statement, with permission. I trusted technology to keep me safe. I trusted my daughter to respond. The technology worked. My daughter didn't. She gave me a device to monitor me instead of visiting me. She outsourced checking on me to a machine, then ignored the machine when it told her I needed help. Presentation ended. Standing ovation from medical professional. Not for Dr. Kim, for bringing this to light, for documenting what many suspected but couldn't prove, adult children using technology as substitute for actual care, then failing even at that minimal level. After conference, medical journal contacted Dr. Kim, wanted to publish case study. Dr. Kim agreed. Helen agreed. Case published June 2024 in Journal of Geriatric Medicine, Fall Detection Technology and Family Negligence, a case study in documented non-response. But the medical community wasn't the only one paying attention. A reporter at the conference, Michael Torres from Arizona Republic, was in the audience. He heard the presentation, saw the data, understood the story. He contacted Dr. Kim, wanted to interview patient H. Dr. Kim asked Helen. Helen hesitated. This would go public. Amanda would be exposed. Their family drama would become news. But Helen thought about the other elderly people. Other parents with children who gave them devices but didn't respond. Other falls. Other hours on floors. Other people who thought they were alone in them. Helen agreed to interview, with one condition: her real name used. Amanda's real name used. No anonymity. Because this wasn't about shame. This was about truth. And truth required names. Michael Torres interviewed Helen. June 2024. Helen's apartment. Fitbit on her wrist. Data on screen. 12 falls. 12 alerts. 0 responses. Helen told her story. Every fall. Every hour waiting. Every time she thought maybe this time Amanda would come. Every time Amanda didn't. And Helen told about March 15th. 4 hours on floor. Watching sunlight move across ceiling. Thirsty. In pain. Afraid. Alone. While her daughter, her fitness influencer daughter, ran 13 miles and posted about health being wealth. Article published July 3, 2024. Front page Arizona Republic. Then picked up nationally. Then internationally. Fitness influencer ignored mother's emergency alerts for 3 years while posting about health and wellness. The internet found Amanda's Instagram at FitMomAmanda. 126,000 followers. Posts about family values. Posts about health first. Posts about loving her mom. And 12 ignored emergency alerts. Documented. Time-stamped. Proven. The backlash was immediate and devastating. July 2024. Amanda Martinez's Instagram account, at FitMomAmanda, became ground zero for public outrage. Comments flooded every post. Not just recent posts. People went back years. Found posts from March 2021, the day of Helen's first fall. Amanda had posted workout video that day. Leg day. No days off. Flexed biceps. Comment. You know what else happened this day? Your mom fell, and you ignored the alert. Found posts from August 2021. Third fall. Amanda posted, morning run complete. Started my day right. Comment. Started your day ignoring your mother's emergency alert, you mean. Found March 15, 2024. The 13-mile run post. The one posted while Helen was on floor 2 hours. Comments. Your mother was on the floor with a broken hip while you posted this. Health is wealth. Your mom's health didn't matter. You ran 13 miles but couldn't drive 8 miles to check on your mother? Amanda's follower count dropped 126,000 to 115,000 in 48 hours. 10,000 people unfollowed. More every hour. Then brands started dropping her. FitLife Nutrition canceled sponsorship contract. Statement. We partner with influencers who embody holistic health and family wellness. Amanda Martinez's documented neglect of her elderly mother's medical emergencies does not align with our values. Power Gym Apparel terminated partnership. Family health includes caring for elderly parents. Ms. Martinez's actions contradict the principles we stand for. 5 sponsorships canceled in 1 week. Amanda lost approximately $60,000 in annual income. Amanda posted response. Long Instagram caption. Defensive. I'm heartbroken by these accusations. I love my mother deeply. Yes, there were times I didn't respond immediately to alerts, but I was busy with work, with my children, with my responsibilities. I'm not a bad daughter. I'm a human being trying to balance everything. The Fitbit alerts were frequent, sometimes false alarms, and I couldn't drop everything every time. This narrative that I neglected my mother is unfair and hurtful. The response made it worse. Comments. 12 times in 3 years is not frequent. That's 4 times a year. She was on the floor 4 hours. That's not didn't respond immediately. You posted on Instagram while she was on the floor. You weren't too busy to post. You were too busy to care. Sometimes false alarms? They were real falls, documented with broken bones and hospital visits. Technology experts weighed in. Fitbit engineer did Reddit AMA. Someone asked about false alarm rate for fall detection. Engineer. Fall detection has approximately 90% accuracy rate. False positives are rare, usually from dropping the device or very sudden arm movements. 12 alerts over 3 years with confirmed falls and hospitalizations? Those weren't false alarms. System worked exactly as designed. Amanda's defense crumbled under data. But it got worse. People started investigating Amanda's actual relationship with Helen. Helen's neighbors gave interviews. Neighbor Susan, the one who found Helen, spoke to Arizona Republic. Amanda visited maybe twice a year, Christmas and Helen's birthday. Each visit lasted about an hour. Helen used to make excuses for her. Amanda's busy, she has her own life. But we all knew Helen was lonely. She'd watch for the mailman just to have someone to talk to. Mailman interviewed. Mrs. Martinez was the sweetest lady. She'd wait by the window when she heard the truck. Just wanted to chat. Asked about my day. Offered me water in summer. I visited her more than her daughter did. Delivery drivers interviewed. Multiple drivers recognized address. UPS driver. I delivered there a lot. Mrs. Martinez always came to door. Always tipped at holidays. One time, maybe 2 years ago, someone, must have been the daughter, stopped me and said, "Can you check on my mom when you deliver? Make sure she's okay." I thought it was odd. Like, why is the daughter asking the UPS guy to check on her mom instead of checking herself? FedEx driver. Same thing happened to me. Woman stopped me, never saw her any other time, said, "My mom lives here, can you make sure she's all right when you deliver?" I said sure, but I remember thinking, why doesn't she check on her own mother? Pattern emerged. Amanda had outsourced checking on Helen, not just to Fitbit device, to delivery drivers, to neighbors, to mailmen, to anyone except herself. Local news investigated Amanda's social media history, found posts about family value, found Mother's Day posts every year. Mother's Day 2021, best mom in the world, love you mama. Red heart, photo of Helen. Same day, Helen fell in bathroom. First fall, first ignored alert. Mother's Day 2022, grateful for my amazing mother. Cherry blossom, photo of Helen. 3 days earlier, Helen had fallen. Fifth ignored alert. Mother's Day 2023, my mom taught me everything about strength and resilience. Flexed biceps, photo of Helen. 1 week earlier, Helen had fallen. 8th ignored alert. The juxtaposition was damning. Amanda posted performative love on Mother's Day while ignoring actual emergencies throughout the year. Mental health professionals weighed in. Dr. Sarah Chen, family therapist, interviewed on local news. What we're seeing is performance versus presence. Amanda performed daughterly love on social media, but she wasn't present in her mother's life. She gave her mother a device, a Fitbit, which allowed Amanda to feel like she was caring while not actually having to care. The Fitbit became Amanda's guilt management tool. I'm monitoring her health. But monitoring is meaningless if you don't respond to what you're monitoring. Another therapist, Amanda outsourced her mother's care to technology, to delivery drivers, to neighbors, everyone except Amanda herself. And when the technology did its job, sent alerts, recorded data, Amanda ignored it. This is modern elder neglect. Looks different than locking someone away, but the outcome is the same. An elderly woman suffering alone while her daughter is aware but absent. July 20th, 2024. Helen's first television interview. Local NBC affiliate. Interviewer asked why she agreed to go public. Helen, because I thought I was alone. Thought maybe I was being unreasonable. Maybe Amanda was right that she was busy. But then Dr. Kim showed me the data. 12 times, 3 years, 0 responses. That's not being busy. That's not caring. And if I felt alone, how many other parents feel alone? How many other adult children are doing the same thing? Using technology to pretend they're caring while ignoring their parents. Interviewer, what do you want from Amanda now? Helen, nothing. I don't want apologies. I don't want excuses. I wanted her to respond when I was on the floor. She didn't. That's who she is. No amount of apology changes those 4 hours I spent waiting for help that never came. Interviewer, do you still talk to Amanda? Helen, no. She called once after the article published. Said I embarrassed her. Said I should have kept this private. But this isn't about embarrassment. This is about safety, about care, about what it means to give someone a device and promise to respond, then never respond. Interview went viral. 5 million views in 48 hours. Not because people enjoyed watching family drama, because millions of people recognized themselves, either as Helen, elderly parent with device, wondering if their children check the data, or as Amanda, Adult child who gave parent device but rarely responds. Movement started. Hashtag trending monitor. Hashtag actually respond. People posting about checking emergency alert setting, about verifying they'd respond, about visiting parents instead of just monitoring them digitally. But for Amanda, the damage was irreversible. August 2024. Amanda Martinez's life collapsed under the weight of documented data. Her Instagram account, once her income source, became liability. Followers dropped below 100,000. Brands wouldn't touch her. Fitness companies explicitly stated, "We can't partner with someone associated with elder neglect." Amanda tried pivoting, deleted fitness posts, started posting about redemption and learning from mistakes. Posted long caption, "I'm taking time to reflect on my relationship with my mother and how I can be better." Comments, "You had 3 years and 12 emergencies to be better. You chose not to." Reflection doesn't undo 4 hours your mom spent on the floor. This isn't about being better. This is about damage control. Amanda tried going private, locked her Instagram account, but screenshots had already spread everywhere. Her posts, her captions, her Mother's Day tributes next to timeline of ignored alerts, all preserved and shared thousands of times. Her personal life suffered. Friends distanced themselves. Neighbors avoided her. Her children's friends' parents whispered. Her husband Mark stayed, but the marriage strained. Mark had liked Helen, visited Helen more than Amanda did. He'd been the one to notice Amanda dismissing Fitbit alerts. Mark in couples therapy session, as later reported, "I watched her swipe away the alert that day. March 15th. We were at the gym. Her phone buzzed. I saw it said, 'Helen fall detected.' Amanda looked at it and swiped to dismiss. I said, 'Isn't that your mom? Shouldn't you check?' She said, 'It's probably nothing. She triggers these all the time. I didn't push it. I should have.'" Therapist note, with client permission for case study, Mark feels guilt for not intervening. But the pattern was established. Amanda had normalized ignoring her mother's emergencies. To Mark, this seemed like just another alert. He didn't know it was the 12th. Didn't know Helen would be on floor for 4 hours. Didn't know about the 3-year pattern. Knowledge changes responsibility. Amanda's extended family fractured. Helen's sister, Amanda's aunt, gave scathing interview to Arizona Republic. "My sister Helen defended Amanda for years, made excuses. Amanda's busy with the kids. Amanda's building her business. We all knew." Amanda visited twice a year, Christmas and birthday, like checking boxes. Meanwhile, Helen waited by phone hoping for calls. Watched Amanda's Instagram posts about family and wellness and felt proud. Didn't realize Amanda was performing for strangers while neglecting her own mother. Aunt continued, "When Helen told me about the Fitbit, she was so happy. Amanda cares about my safety. I thought, finally. But then Helen mentioned falls. I fell but I'm okay. I asked, did Amanda come? Helen said no. But she got the alert. Yes. And she didn't come. No. This happened multiple times. I told Helen, the Fitbit isn't for your safety. It's for Amanda's guilt management. She gave you a device so she doesn't have to actually check on you." Helen defended Amanda, said she was being unfair. "But I was right. The data proved I was right." Helen's church community rallied. St. Mary's Catholic Church, where Helen attended weekly. Father Michael gave homily, Helen's permission, not naming Amanda but story clear. In Gospel, Jesus speaks of honoring father and mother, not just words, actions. In our modern world, we have technology that can alert us to parents' needs, but technology without action is empty. Device that says, "Your mother fell," is meaningless if you don't respond. Honor your father and mother doesn't mean posting on social media, means showing up, means being present, means responding when they need you. Congregation knew he meant Helen. Knew he meant Amanda. After service, Helen flooded with support. Parishioners offering to check on her, to visit, to be emergency contacts. Helen told reporter, "My church family is more present than my blood family. These people, some I barely know, offered to come if I fall. Offered to be emergency contacts. Amanda's my daughter. She gave me the device. But strangers are more reliable than she ever was. September 2024. Helen updated her will. Attorney Patricia Chong assisted. Helen had modest estate, house valued at $380,000, savings of $65,000, total estate $445,000. Original will, everything to Amanda, Helen's only child. New will, to Amanda Martinez, I leave one item. The Fitbit Charge 5 you gave me in January 2021. This device worked perfectly. It detected 12 falls. It sent 12 emergency alerts to your phone. It monitored my heart rate during 4 hours I lay on the floor with a broken hip. The technology functioned exactly as designed. You did not. This Fitbit is your inheritance because it represents our relationship, a device promising safety that you never actually provided. To St. Mary's Catholic Church, $200,000. For the parish members who offered to be my emergency contacts when my daughter wouldn't respond. To neighbor Susan William, $50,000. For being the one who found me on March 15th when you noticed my newspaper still on the driveway. You noticed. You checked. You called for help. You did what my daughter wouldn't. To Dr. James Kim, $25,000. For documenting my case and bringing attention to elder neglect in the age of health monitoring technology. To Delivery Drivers Fund, established in my name, $25,000. For the UPS and FedEx drivers who checked on me more often than my daughter did, even though checking on me was never their job. To remaining friends, neighbors, and church members, divided equally, $145,000. To Amanda Martinez, the Fitbit, nothing more. Will included Amanda's Instagram posts next to timeline of ignored falls. Physical evidence bound into legal document. Performance versus reality. Documented. Helen also recorded video statement, attached to will. Amanda, if you're watching this, I'm dead. You'll receive the Fitbit. I hope every time you look at it, you remember. 12 falls, 12 alerts, 0 responses. You gave me this device and promised to monitor my health. The device monitored. You didn't. You posted about health and wellness and family values while ignoring my emergencies. The data doesn't lie. Timestamps don't lie. You can tell yourself you were busy, you didn't see the alerts, they were false alarms, but the data tells the truth. 4 hours on the floor, 126,000 Instagram followers, 0 times you responded when I needed you. This Fitbit is your inheritance because it's the only thing about our relationship that actually worked. Will finalized September 24th, 2024. Notarized. Filed. Helen didn't tell Amanda about the will change. Didn't see point. Amanda had called twice since July article. Both times to complain about public embarrassment. Not once to ask how Helen was healing from broken hip. Not once to apologize for the 12 ignored alerts. Their relationship was over. Not dramatically. Just done. No more calls. No more visits. No more pretending. Helen kept wearing the Fitbit, not for Amanda, for herself. Fall detection still worked, but she'd added secondary emergency contacts. Susan, Father Michael, 3 church members, Dr. Kim's office, people who would actually respond. October 2024. Helen fell again, 13th time. Fitbit detected fall, sent alerts. 6 people notified. Susan arrived in 12 minutes. Father Michael in 15. Dr. Kim's office called emergency services, arrived in 8. Helen wasn't alone, wasn't afraid. Help came. Amanda got alert too. Fitbit system still sent to primary contact. Amanda never responded. November 2024. The story of Helen's Fitbit data spread far beyond Arizona. International media picked it up. BBC documentary, Australian news, Japanese television. The narrative transcended language, elderly parent, absent child, technology documenting neglect. But the story sparked something unexpected. Millions of people checking their own devices, their own alert histories, their own response rates to elderly parents' emergencies. Reddit thread went viral. I checked my mom's medical alert history. I'm ashamed. Thread had 12,000 responses. People confessing. People realizing. People recognizing themselves as Amanda. My dad has fall detection on Apple Watch. I checked history. 7 alerts in 2 years. I responded to 1. I'm Amanda. My mom's life alert system emails me every activation. I just checked 42 emails over 3 years. I opened 5. Thought they were spam. They weren't spam. They were my mother falling. My grandmother has medical alert bracelet. I'm emergency contact. Just checked my phone's notification history. She's triggered it 9 times. I've never responded. Not once. I thought the alerts were automatic tests or false alarms. They weren't. I'm worse than Amanda. At least Amanda gave her mom a Fitbit. I didn't even give my grandmother that. Movement grew. Hashtag check your alert history trending worldwide. People posting screenshots, redacted for privacy but pattern clear. Dozens of alerts. Few responses. Technology companies responded. Apple updated fall detection feature. New prompt. Emergency contact hasn't responded. Send alert to secondary contact. Contact emergency services. Fitbit updated policy. After 30 minutes no response, system automatically escalated. Called local emergency services. Some criticized this. False alarms would burden emergency systems, but Fitbit's data showed false alarm rate under 8%. 92% of falls were real. Medical alert companies reported surge in sales. Life Alert, Medical Guardian, Bay Alarm Medical, all reported 50 to 70% increase in subscriptions, but also change in customer requests. People didn't just want device for parent, wanted verification systems, proof that if alert sent, someone responded. Medical Guardian implemented new system, alert sent to family. Family must confirm receipt within 15 minutes or alert automatically goes to professional monitoring service who dispatches help. Cost more but families paid. Helen's story made them realize device is meaningless if nobody responds. Dr. Kim's medical journal article, published June, became one of most downloaded papers in geriatric medicine. Medical schools added it to curriculum. Case study in technology and elder care. What happens when families outsource caregiving to devices but don't follow through? Medical ethics conferences debated. Do adult children have legal obligation to respond to elderly parents' medical alerts? Currently, no law. Giving parent a device and becoming emergency contact created no legal duty to respond. But lawmakers noticed. California state senator introduced bill, Helen's Law. Required emergency contacts on medical devices to either respond within 30 minutes or system automatically contacted emergency services. Failure to respond 3 times resulted in removal as emergency contact and mandatory replacement with professional monitoring service. Critics argued government overreach. You can't force adult children to respond to parents. Supporters countered, then don't be the emergency contact. If you're not going to respond, don't take the responsibility. Helen testified before California Senate Committee, November 20, 2024. I'm not asking for law to force children to love their parents. I'm asking for law to force honesty. If you're going to be emergency contact, be emergency contact. If you're not going to respond, don't pretend you will. My daughter gave me device and became my emergency contact. She promised to respond. She didn't. For 3 years, 12 emergencies, 0 responses. I'm lucky I survived. Other elderly people might not. If someone agrees to be emergency contact, there should be obligation to actually contact. If you can't do that, say so. Let the parent find someone who will. California Senate passed Helen's Law. December 2024. Required response within 30 minutes or automatic escalation. 3 failures to respond triggered automatic replacement with professional monitoring service at emergency contact's expense. Other states followed. Oregon, Washington, Colorado, New York. By March 2025, 8 states passed similar legislation. Amanda became symbol. Cautionary tale. Don't be an Amanda. Meaning, don't give parents devices and ignore the alerts. Don't perform care on social media while providing none in reality. Don't let technology substitute for actual presence. December 2024. Holiday season. Helen's first Christmas without Amanda in her life. Helen's church community invited her to Christmas Eve service, then dinner at Father Michael's house with other parishioners. Helen accepted, spent Christmas with people who actually cared. Amanda spent Christmas with her immediate family, husband, 2 children, but quietly. No Instagram posts. No family photos. No performative holiday joy. The family that performed happiness online now lived in private shame. Amanda's children asked about Grandma Helen. Why doesn't Grandma come for Christmas? Amanda struggled to answer. We're not talking right now. Why? It's complicated. Her older son, 16, is it because of the Fitbit thing? Kids at school talked about it. You didn't help Grandma when she fell. Amanda, no response. Son continued, everyone knows, Mom. It's not complicated. You ignored Grandma's emergencies and now people know. That's not complicated. That's just what happened. Mark, Amanda's husband, later told therapist, the kids understand better than Amanda does. They see it clearly. Grandma needed help. Mom didn't help. Doesn't matter how busy Mom was. Doesn't matter if she thought alerts were false alarms. Grandma needed help. Mom didn't help. Kids can see that. Amanda still can't. January 2025. Helen turned 80. Birthday party at Church Community Center. 60 people attended. Neighbors, church members, Dr. Kim, nurse from hospital, Susan, delivery drivers who'd checked on her, mailmen, people who'd become her real family. No Amanda. Helen hadn't invited her. Amanda wouldn't have come anyway. Helen blew out candles, made wish, didn't share it. But those who knew her understood. She wished she'd known sooner that biological family wasn't the only family. That people who respond when you fall matter more than people who share your blood. February 2025. Amanda's Instagram account, once 126,000 followers, sat at 63,000, half gone. The remaining followers mostly bots or people watching to see if she'd post again. Amanda hadn't posted since July. 6 months silent. Considered coming back. Writing redemption arc. Here's what I learned. How I'm changing. My journey to being better. But every draft rang hollow. Because she hadn't actually changed. Hadn't actually started visiting Helen. Hadn't actually apologized meaningfully. Hadn't actually taken responsibility beyond, I made mistakes, and I could have done better. Truth was, Amanda still thought she'd been unfairly vilified, still thought the public shaming was disproportionate to her actions, still thought people were too harsh, still thought, deep down, that she'd been busy and overwhelmed and everyone should understand that. She never understood what everyone else saw clearly. Being busy doesn't excuse ignoring mother's emergencies for 3 years. Being overwhelmed doesn't justify never responding when mother is on floor with broken hip. Having responsibilities doesn't mean abandoning responsibility to parent who raised you. Amanda never understood that the Fitbit wasn't the villain in this story. The data wasn't the problem. The public shaming wasn't unfair. Amanda was the problem, and the data simply proved it. March 2025. 1 year after Helen's 4-hour fall, Helen fully recovered, hip healed, mobility back, still living independently, still wearing Fitbit, still surrounded by community that actually responded when alerts came. Anniversary coverage in Arizona Republic. 1 year later, how Helen Martinez's Fitbit data changed eldercare. Article detailed, 8 states passed alert response laws. Medical alert companies updated systems. Millions of families examined their own response pattern. Thousands of adult children realized they'd been neglecting parents. Many changed behavior. Many improved. But article also noted, many didn't change. Amanda wasn't alone. Thousands of adult children still ignored alerts, still prioritized their lives over parents' emergencies, still performed care on social media while providing none in reality. Difference now. People knew it was happening. Systems existed to catch it. Laws held people accountable. And elderly parents like Helen knew, you don't have to accept neglect just because it comes from family. Helen quoted an article, "My daughter gave me a device to keep me safe. Then she ignored every alert when I needed help. The device worked. She didn't. I'm grateful the technology documented what happened. Without data, it would have been my word against hers. She would have said she responded, said she checked on me, said she cared. But the Fitbit recorded the truth. 12 falls, 12 alerts, 0 responses. Numbers don't lie. People do. Technology told the truth when my daughter wouldn't. April 2025. Helen Martinez sat in her living room with estate attorney Patricia Chong. Final will review. Helen was 80, healthy now, but wanted everything confirmed. Patricia read through provisions. Church getting $200,000. Susan getting $50,000. Dr. Kim $25,000. Delivery drivers fund $25,000. Others divided appropriately. And Amanda, the Fitbit. Are you sure about this? Patricia asked. Your daughter will contest. She'll argue undue influence, claim you were angry, say the will doesn't reflect your true wishes. Helen firm. This will reflects exactly my wishes. Amanda gets the Fitbit because it's the only thing in our relationship that worked. It detected falls. It sent alerts. It recorded data. It did everything it was supposed to do. Amanda didn't. The Fitbit is appropriate inheritance for daughter who valued technology over actual care. Patricia nodded. The will is legally sound. You're of sound mind. You have clear reasons for distribution. We've documented everything. But understand, when you die, this will go public. The Instagram posts, the fall data, the hospital records, everything we've attached as evidence. Your family story becomes permanent legal record. Good, Helen said. Maybe it helps someone. Maybe another elderly parent reads this will and realizes they don't have to leave everything to children who neglect them. Maybe another adult child sees this and realizes neglect has consequences. My story matters more than my privacy. Patricia added one more document to will packet. Letter from Helen to Amanda. To be delivered after Helen's death. Helen had written it in February. Revised 3 times. Final version was brief. Amanda, you received the Fitbit because it represents our relationship perfectly. I gave you life, raised you, loved you, hoped you'd care for me when I needed it. You gave me a device, promised to monitor me, never responded when I needed you. The device worked. You didn't. 12 times I fell. 12 times you were notified. 0 times you came. For hours I lay on the floor with broken hip while you ran 13 miles and posted about health being wealth. You taught me important lesson. Blood relation doesn't guarantee care. Strangers showed me more kindness than you ever did. Mailman checked on me. Delivery drivers asked if I was okay. Neighbors noticed when my newspaper wasn't picked up. Church members offered to be emergency contacts. You, my daughter, ignored 12 emergencies over 3 years. I hope the Fitbit reminds you, every time you see it, every fall it detected, every alert it sent, every time you chose not to respond. The data doesn't lie. Timestamps don't forgive. Technology documented your neglect perfectly. You performed love on Instagram for strangers while providing none in reality to your mother. 126,000 people saw your performance. 12 emergencies proved it was fiction. This Fitbit is your inheritance, not punishment, simply truth. It worked. You didn't. May you learn what I learned. Devices can't replace human care. Technology can't substitute for showing up. And ignoring someone's emergencies for 3 years means losing them, whether they die or simply give up on you. I gave up on you after March 15th. Stopped hoping you'd come. Stopped making excuses. Stopped pretending you cared just because you gave me a device. The Fitbit was wonderful gift. Detected every fall. Sent every alert. Recorded every moment I needed help. You gave me the device but refused to be the help. So the device is yours. May it remind you forever of what you chose not to do. Your mother, Helen Martinez. Letter sealed. Notarized. Attached to will. Helen looked at Patricia. When I die, make sure she gets the Fitbit. Working condition. Fully charged. With all 3 years of data still stored. Every fall. Every alert. Every elevated heart rate from lying on floor in pain. I want her to hold the device and know exactly what it recorded. Patricia promised. Will filed. Documented. Legally binding. May 2025. Technology Conference in San Francisco. Panel discussion, wearable health devices and family responsibility. Dr. Kim invited as panelist. Shared Helen's case, anonymized for conference but everyone knew the story. Fitbit executive on panel addressed it directly. Helen Martinez case changed our company. We updated fall detection protocols. We added mandatory secondary contacts. We implemented auto-escalation after 30 minutes no response. We partnered with professional monitoring services. We don't want another situation where device works perfectly but emergency contact fails completely. Apple Watch executive agreed. We added response verification. If emergency contact doesn't confirm within 15 minutes, system asks user if they want to contact emergency services. We removed assumption that family will respond. Data showed they often don't. Audience question: should companies like Fitbit be responsible for verifying emergency contacts actually respond? Dr. Kim answered, companies design technology to keep people safe, but technology alone doesn't create safety. Human response does. Companies now understand they can't just alert family and assume family will help. They must verify, must escalate, must ensure someone actually responds. Helen Martinez fell 12 times. Device worked 12 times. Family failed 12 times. Companies now build systems that don't rely on family being reliable. Another question: what about family privacy? Should companies track whether families respond to alerts? Dr. Kim, privacy matters, but accountability matters more. If you agree to be emergency contact, you accept responsibility. Companies should track response rates, not to shame families, but to ensure elderly users are actually protected. If emergency contact never responds, systems should auto-replace them with someone who will. Privacy doesn't mean freedom to ignore emergencies without consequence. Panel discussed broader implications. Technology revealing family dynamic. Data documenting relationships. Digital records proving what people only suspected. One panelist, family therapist, Helen's Fitbit did what therapy often tries to do: showed objective truth. In therapy, adult children say, "I check on my parents regularly." Parents say, "My children never visit." Both believe their version, but Fitbit data shows actual truth. Amanda believed she was good daughter despite evidence otherwise. Data proved Helen's experience. 12 falls, 0 responses, no ambiguity. Technology documented reality that Amanda denied. Conference concluded with case studies. Multiple situations where wearable device data revealed family neglect. Helen's case most dramatic, but not unique. Elderly man whose daughter was emergency contact for pacemaker monitor. 22 irregular rhythm alerts over 2 years. Daughter responded to 3. Man died of cardiac event. Pacemaker data showed alerts sent. Daughter's phone showed alerts received and dismissed. Elderly woman whose son was emergency contact for glucose monitor. Diabetic. 15 severe low blood sugar alerts over 18 months. Son responded to 2. Woman found unconscious 3 times by neighbors. Glucose monitor sent alerts every time. Son ignored every alert. Pattern clear. Adult children accepting emergency contact responsibility, getting notifications, ignoring them systematically. Technology companies realized they built devices assuming families cared. Data proved families often didn't. Companies now built systems assuming families might not respond. Automated escalation. Professional backup. Verification requirement. Helen's case sparked industry change, not because what Amanda did was unique, because the data documenting it was irrefutable. June 2025. Father's Day. Helen saw Instagram post. Not following Amanda. Account still locked private, but someone sent screenshot. Amanda had posted. First post in 11 months. Photo of her 2 children. Caption: grateful for the family that's here. Happy Father's Day to my amazing husband. No mention of Helen. No acknowledgement of grandmother. Photo carefully cropped. Only Amanda's immediate family. Like Helen never existed. Comments on post were brutal, even from Amanda's remaining followers. Your mom is still alive. You just don't talk to her because she told the truth about you. This is sad. You can't even mention your mother on holidays because everyone knows what you did. Family that's here? Your mom is here. You just ignore her like you ignored her fall alerts. Amanda disabled comments. Post stayed up, but nobody could respond. Her 48,000 followers, down from 126,000, could see the post but not discuss it. Helen saw the screenshot, felt nothing, not hurt, not angry, Just nothing. Amanda had become stranger. Person Helen used to know. Person who looked like her daughter but behaved like someone Helen never raised. Helen spent Father's Day with friends. Church community barbecue. Celebrated father figures in community. Father Michael. Elderly widowers. Grandfathers. Men who showed up for people. Nobody mentioned Amanda. Nobody asked why Helen's daughter wasn't there. Everyone knew. The absence was normal now. Expected. Helen's real family was the people present, not the person related by blood but absent by choice. July 2025. 16th month since Helen's 4-hour fall. Helen healthy, active, wearing Fitbit still, living independently, surrounded by community. Amanda struggling, marriage strained, Mark stayed but barely. Children distant, they understood what their mother did even if she didn't. Career gone. No sponsors, no platform, no income from Instagram. Working part-time at local gym. Teaching fitness classes. Anonymous among strangers who didn't recognize her. Irony wasn't lost on observers. Amanda teaching people about health and fitness. The same Amanda who ran 13 miles while her mother lay on floor with broken hip. The same Amanda who posted about wellness while ignoring medical emergencies. Gym members eventually recognized her. Someone posted in local Facebook group, "That Fitbit lady works at my gym." Gym owner interviewed said Amanda was good employee, always on time, professional with clients. But members uncomfortable. Some requested different instructors. I can't take fitness advice from someone who ignored her mother's emergencies for 3 years. Amanda's life became small. Work, home, no social media, no public presence, no friends, just existing. Consequence of choices documented in Fitbit data. Meanwhile, Helen's life expanded. New friends, church activities, volunteer work, speaking engagements about elder care and technology. Helen became advocate, voice for elderly parents whose children ignored them. Helen's message consistent: you don't have to accept neglect. Technology can document truth. Data doesn't lie. If your children give you devices but don't respond to alerts, find new emergency contacts. Family isn't about blood. It's about who shows up. The Fitbit on Helen's wrist remained, still detecting, still alerting, still recording. But now, when Helen fell, 6 people responded within minutes. Amanda wasn't one of them. October 2027. 2 years and 7 months after the 4-hour fall. Helen Martinez was 82 years old, still independent, still active, still wearing the Fitbit that changed everything. Helen's health was declining naturally. Age, nothing dramatic, just the slow accumulation of years. She knew. Dr. Kim knew. Her church family knew. Helen updated will one final time. No changes to distributions, but added final paragraph. To those who wonder why I left my daughter only a Fitbit, because it's the most honest gift I can give. It represents exactly what our relationship was. A device that worked perfectly while the person who gave it failed completely. Let the data speak. 12 falls, 12 alerts, 0 responses. That's not opinion. That's record. That's truth. And truth is the only inheritance that matters. December 2027. Helen fell for the 17th time since receiving the Fitbit. Minor fall. No injury, but her mobility decreasing. Falls more frequent. Every fall, 6 emergency contacts notified. Every fall, someone arrived within 15 minutes. Susan, Father Michael, church members, Dr. Kim's office, professional monitoring service. Every fall, Amanda still got alert. Still was first emergency contact in system. Helen never removed her. Wanted Amanda to see every alert, know what she was ignoring. Every fall, Amanda didn't respond. 17 falls since January 2021. 17 alerts to Amanda. 0 responses. Pattern unbroken after 6 years. March 2028. Helen hospitalized. Not from fall, from pneumonia. Age 82. Weak immune system. Pneumonia became serious quickly. ICU. Helen conscious but declining. Dr. Kim treating. Prognosis poor. Hospital asked, notify family? Helen said, Notify my family. Gave list. Susan, father, Michael. Church community, friends, neighbors. Nurse asked, your daughter? Amanda Martinez is listed as next of kin. Helen paused. Then, she's next of kin by blood, not by choice. Mine or hers. She won't come. Don't waste time calling. Call the people on my list. They're my actual family. Nurse called them. 12 people came, sat with Helen, held her hand, prayed, read to her, were present. Amanda not notified, per Helen's explicit instruction. March 23, 2028. Helen died peacefully, surrounded by people who loved her, people who'd shown up, people who'd responded when she fell. Patricia Chong, estate attorney, began will execution, contacted beneficiaries, church receiving $200,000, Susan $50,000, Dr. Kim $25,000, others per will, and Amanda receiving the Fitbit. Patricia sent registered letter to Amanda, required signature, legal notification of Helen's death and will provisions. Amanda received letter March 25, 2 days after Helen died. Amanda hadn't known. Nobody told her. She found out via legal letter from estate attorney. Letter detailed, Helen died. Funeral already held, per Helen's instruction, family only, Amanda not invited. Will reading scheduled April 5th. Amanda required to attend to receive inheritance. Amanda called Patricia. My mother died and nobody told me. Patricia professional. Your mother specifically instructed that you not be notified. She provided list of people to contact. You weren't on it. She said, and I quote, she won't come. Don't waste time calling. Were you planning to come, if notified? Amanda silent. Patricia, will reading is April 5th, 2 p.m. You're required to attend to receive your inheritance. What am I inheriting? That will be revealed at reading. April 5th, 2028. Patricia's office. Reading of Helen Martinez's will. Room full. Susan, father, Michael, Dr. Kim, church members, friends, neighbors, delivery drivers, mailmen, 23 people who'd been Helen's real family, and Amanda, sitting alone in back. Nobody acknowledged her. Nobody spoke to her. She was stranger among people who'd loved her mother. Patricia read will. Each distribution, each recipient, amounts, reasons. To St. Mary's Catholic Church, $200,000, for the community that showed my daughter what family actually means. Church members wiping tears. To Susan Williams, $50,000, for noticing my newspaper and saving my life when my daughter wouldn't. Susan crying. To Dr. James Kim, $25,000, for documenting truth when truth needed documentation. Dr. Kim nodding. Each recipient, each amount, each stated reason highlighting what Amanda hadn't done. Finally, to my daughter, Amanda Martinez, I leave the following. Patricia opened box. Pulled out Fitbit Charge 5. Black band, slightly worn from 7 years of daily use. I leave Amanda the Fitbit she gave me in January 2021. This device detected 17 falls over 7 years. Sent 17 emergency alerts to Amanda. Amanda responded to 0. This device worked perfectly. Amanda didn't. The Fitbit is charged. Data is intact. Every fall recorded. Every alert timestamped. Every elevated heart rate documented. May Amanda keep this device and remember, technology can document truth even when humans try to deny it. Patricia placed Fitbit in front of Amanda, then placed stack of papers, also included printout of all Fitbit data. 7 years, 17 falls, every alert, every heart rate spike, every hour Mrs. Martinez spent on floor waiting for help. Complete documentation of your failure as emergency contact and daughter. Patricia placed one more item. Letter, sealed, from your mother, to be opened privately. Will reading complete. Beneficiaries left. Each approached Patricia, signed documents, received their distributions. Amanda sat alone with Fitbit, data printouts, and sealed letter. Nobody said goodbye to her. Nobody acknowledged her. She wasn't family. Just person legally required to be present to receive inheritance. Amanda opened letter. Helen's final words. Amanda, If you're reading this, I'm dead. You're holding the Fitbit you gave me 7 years ago. I wore it every day. It worked perfectly, detected every fall, sent every alert, protected me exactly as promised. You didn't. 17 falls, 17 alerts, 0 responses. You gave me device to ease your guilt about not visiting. Let you feel like good daughter while being absent daughter. Technology as substitute for presence. But technology can't replace care. Device can't replace showing up. Alerts can't replace actually responding. I spent last 7 years of my life learning this. Family is who shows up, not who shares blood. Strangers showed me more care than you did. Mailman checked on me. Delivery drivers asked if I was okay. Neighbors noticed when something was wrong. Church members became emergency contacts. You ran 13 miles while I lay on floor with broken hip. Posted about health being wealth while ignoring my medical emergency. Performed love on Instagram while providing none in reality. The Fitbit documented everything. Data doesn't lie. Timestamps don't forgive. 17 falls, 17 alerts, 0 responses. That's your inheritance, not money. Truth. I loved you, raised you, hoped you'd care. You gave me device instead, then ignored the device when it did its job. May this Fitbit remind you every day, technology worked. You didn't. Your mother. Amanda sat in empty office, holding Fitbit, reading data, seeing timestamps, 17 falls documented, every alert sent, every non-response recorded, 7 years of neglect, documented perfectly, irrefutably, permanently. She could deny it to herself for 7 years, tell herself she was busy. She didn't see alerts. They were false alarms, but data didn't allow denial. 17 emergencies, 17 notifications delivered to her phone. Phone records proved she saw them, dismissed them, chose not to respond. Every single time. March 15, 2024 wasn't anomaly. It was pattern. 4 hours Helen on floor wasn't exception. It was inevitable result of 7 years of systematic neglect. Amanda looked at Fitbit. Small device, lightweight, unremarkable, but it documented truth Helen couldn't prove alone. Showed pattern Amanda could have denied without evidence. Created permanent record of exactly who Amanda was when nobody was watching. Technology had worked. Had protected Helen by documenting Amanda's failure, had given Helen proof, had changed laws, had sparked movement, had helped millions of elderly people and their families. The Fitbit had done everything it was supposed to do. Amanda hadn't. She put Fitbit in her purse, took the data printouts, took the letter, left attorney's office, drove home, told no one about will, about inheritance, about Fitbit, put it in drawer, couldn't throw it away, felt wrong, like discarding evidence, couldn't keep it visible, couldn't stand seeing it, so drawer it went, hidden, out of sight. But Amanda knew it was there. New data was intact. New 17 falls were recorded. New truth was documented. You can hide device. You can't hide data. Truth remains. 17 falls, 17 alerts, 0 responses. Numbers don't lie. Technology doesn't forget. The Fitbit was Amanda's inheritance, the only honest gift Helen could give, because it represented exactly what their relationship was, a perfectly functioning device, and a completely failing daughter.